Freaks. Hello from the Tiki Freaks website. My name is Rum Bum Jimmy. I'm coming to you from the beautiful Tiki Freaks hideaway here in Hollywood, California. You know, Hollywood is the actual birthplace of, I guess, the 20th century modern Tiki fandom. You know, down there on Hollywood Boulevard. It's a kind of a cool, bizarre place to start Tiki, but it makes sense, I guess. Thanks for joining us on this episode where we are actually having a party in the middle of a hurricane. I'll get to that in just a second. It's probably not the smartest thing to do, but hopefully you'll get a few laughs out of it. We're stuck in the middle of a hurricane. We decided we wanted to go ahead and make some tiki drinks, so we did it. Anyways, but before we get to that, we're going to go over some upcoming tiki events that you can get involved with. I just want to just bring you up to speed, by the way. Hopefully you have a tiki drink with you in hand. You don't have to get drunk if you want to do it non-alcoholic. There's some great options as well. That's not my option. Anyways, please check out our website, thetikifreaks.com, and all of our social media, the Tiki Freaks. We celebrate all things tiki, tropical, and Polynesian pop. And our goal, I like to think that we're a bunch of young guys, but I've reached a certain point in my life where I can't call myself young anymore. But anyways, our goal is to keep tiki fun, young, and young at heart with all the escapism and passion that we can muster. If you are a freak like us, and this is for you. Anyways, if you haven't heard of us, that's all right. We're kind of new. We soft launched this website and our podcast last year in Palm Springs at the annual Tiki Caliente Festival put on by Rory down there. And now since it's 2023, we decided it's time to really get things rolling. We want to jump into this tiki as well, as much as we can. There's no better place to do it, no better time to do it than now, because Tiki Caliente, where we launched, it is number 14. Yeah, Tiki Caliente 14. It's right around the corner with tickets going on sale February 4th at 10 a.m. Anyways, but before we get into that, let me introduce you a little bit to this episode. The Tiki Freaks, those of us involved with this podcast and the website, we're kind of spread out across the country. We have myself and Rum Bum Jimmy and Cheeseman in Paradise. We're out here in California. Zombie Jake is in Ohio, and Trader Scott, he's down in Florida. Anyways, we had a friend. She was getting married in Vero Beach, Florida. So as luck would have it, we all decided to go down there. Actually, Jake was down there for another wedding. He was over staying at the Polynesian Resort, of all things, at Walt Disney World. Me and Cheeseman in Paradise, we met up with Scott, Trader Scott, over his place. Well, anyways, we were on our way to see Scott. Anyway, but whatever the circumstances, we were all going to town. So we said, let's do a Tiki Freaks podcast since we're all together. And come to think, it is kind of strange that both weddings were happening in the same weekend, same part of the country, but you know, we don't need to talk about it. Anyway, for those of you who pay attention to the weather or to the news, you know that Hurricane Ian hit Florida September 28th. And it kind of devastated the west coast of Florida, parts of it. And it's an awful thing. By the way, I want to say this right now. It's that we're having a little bit of fun with hurricanes and stuff. Hurricanes are terrible things. I used to live in Florida. Many people get displaced or killed. So always take cover. Always be careful. So the story I'm about to tell you is just we're just trying to have a little bit of fun. Hurricane Ian hit Florida September 28th, followed a couple weeks later by Tropical Storm Nicole, which turned into a Category 1 hurricane. And people say, Category 1, that's nothing. And some old school Floridians would probably say the same thing, and they just sit there and have their hurricane parties. But it can be dangerous. Anyways, Hurricane Nicole it hit land right at Vero Beach, which meant we were smack in the middle of a giant storm. The wedding was in Vero Beach on November 13th. Nicole came ashore November 12th. So we were so we were looking at the forecast. Should we cancel? Should we not? So we just went ahead. We crossed our fingers. We prayed a little bit, held our breaths that everything would work out. And we said, let's just do it. Dang it. Let's just do it. We, our plane, we got stuck in, I think it was Arizona, and our luggage got lost. We ended up in Miami instead of where we were flying into. We had to spend a day without our luggage, waiting for it to show up. But all that, well, woe is us. Anyways, so we showed up in Florida. We made it up to Trader Scott's house, and right there on the outer skirts of the hurricane, and all power was out. So we had planned to film a podcast showing some cool mixing and showing Scott's brand new bar that he's building, his Tiki Bar. So we said, let's just go ahead and see what we can do. So what Scott did, he got a bunch of coolers, put ice in the coolers, put refrigerated stuff goes in the coolers, and he pulled out all of his camping gear and his camping lights to light up stuff. So what we're going to do, we have two parts to the podcast we're about to show you. The first part is us inside Scott's house with the camping lights on, where he's mixing some drinks for us. And the second part of the podcast, we're outside at his pool, beside it, or outside at his tiki bar by his pool as the electricity comes back on. It's kind of like a, it's not a super structured, super scripted podcast. We just had some fun mixing some drinks, getting to know each other, and hopefully you guys will have some fun as well. But we're going to show you all about that chaos in just a moment. But I just want to encourage you guys, if you can, mark us, follow us, comment, bookmark us as one of your podcasts you follow. There's some great tiki podcasts out there, but we just want to set ourselves apart we want to talk about how people can enjoy tiki through home tiki bars, through events, through tiki drinks, through tiki events. We're all about the experiencing your fandom. So that's what we're about. So hopefully you can follow us. We're going to have a lot of fun. And we're about to jump into the part of our podcast in the middle of the hurricane. But before we do, I just want to say there are some cool events coming up. So some cool events. If you guys are into tiki events and whatnot, here's some things you can be checking out. So if you are anywhere in the Los Angeles area, through the end of January, the AC/DC Club, it's an immersive experience including 3 themed cocktail lounges inside of a submarine tiki bar. It was down in San Diego, and now it's here in Los Angeles. It's the AC/DC Club. It's a pop-ups tiki submarine. So just if you Google that, you'll find it. All right, that's through the end of January. January 20th. It's the 10th Ward Tiki Week in Frederick, Maryland. It's at the 10th Ward Distilling Company. Check it out if you are near Maryland. Then Atlanta, January 20th through 22nd. It's Inuhele. I can never say these words the right way. Inuhele is Atlanta's annual Tiki and Polynesian Pop Culture Weekend at the Sheraton Atlanta Hotel. Then January 26th, if you are in Fleming Island, Florida, the Sunset Tiki Bar is hosting a guitar and tiki bar. Backed by popular demand, guitars and a tiki bar fireside acoustics jam and sing all night long. January 26th is hosted by the Geezers. Just hashtag unplugged, and you should find that. All right. February 17th is the Mid-Modern Century show in Tiki Party in Palm Springs, California. If you want to find out more information about this Tiki Party, go to visitpalmsprings.com. All right, and 2 of the biggies coming up. April 27th through 30th is Arizona Tiki Oasis. And as most people who are familiar with Tiki know, Tiki Oasis is in San Diego is the largest Tiki convention in the country. Arizona Tiki Oasis is its sister convention that they kind of, expanded a little bit. You can reserve at Hotel Valley Ho Luau. Reserve your Hotel Valley Ho Luau tickets. Shop the outdoor marketplace with a variety of artists, makers, and traders, and of course, enjoy the overall Tiki Island in the desert vibe. So, although kids are welcome, it is an adult-oriented, as most Tiki events are, event. So, if you want to go to Arizona Tiki Oasis, you can Google them. It's happening April 27th through 30th. And then finally, my favorite event in the Tiki world, May 4th through the 7th, which is Cinco de Mayo weekend, is Tiki Caliente 14 at the beautiful Caliente Tropics Resort in Palm Springs. Like we said earlier, tickets go on sale February 14th. They will sell out very quickly. The entire hotel, Caliente Tropics, has been sold out, which, that irritates me. I missed the pre-sale because I was trying to make up my mind about who was going with me and whatnot. But anyways, the pre-sale is over. General sale is February 4th. Let me see. But don't worry about if you can't get into the host hotel. I went last year. There's a bunch of really cool hotels within like 30-second walking distance all around this place. You'll find a place. Reserve your tickets now, your wristbands now. This will sell out. All right. There are more events coming up. So if you want us to promote your event, please let us know. We'll promote it on the website, on social media, and here on the podcast. But for right now, let's watch what happens when 5 not-so-bright Tiki freaks decide to have a Tiki mixing party in the middle of a Florida hurricane. By the way, we were never in any imminent danger. We weren't that dumb. Well, we could be that dumb, but we had a good time over in a Scott's Tiki Bar in right outside Orlando, Florida. So hopefully you guys can. Anyways, join us for more of these Tiki Freak podcasts. We would love to have you guys join us. Hopefully you'll have a good time. Again, this is a very put together ramshackle podcast you're about to watch. We had no power. We had a very hard time filming this. The sound isn't going to be the best, but you know what? There's a bunch of friends getting together in the middle of a hurricane to mix some tiki drinks. I think, nothing's better than that. Anyways, comment, let us know what you think. Hopefully we'll see you guys soon. Hello, everybody. This is the Tiki Freaks podcast. I am Jim Fry, otherwise known as Rum Bum Jimmy. We are sitting here in Central Florida with our buddy Scott. What's your tiki?
Trader Scott.
Trader Scott. That's right, Trader Scott on the couch.
Cheeseman in paradise with a cat that might attack me. This cat is ferocious. Don't attack me. And elevating my little gout foot.
Okay.
If you drink too much, you get gout.
So
don't drink too much rum.
Come back.
Jimmy.
Come back. Anyways, so we're here in Central Florida. Hurricane and Tropical Storm Nicole just came through. There's no electricity in the house. Scott has pulled together all of his camping gear. Also, a couple of weeks ago, Hurricane Ian came through. So he is just we decided we just flew in. We've been flying all over the country, trading planes to get here just to see Scott today. And then all of a sudden, Nicole happened to show up. We have no control over that. Mother Nature, love you, but terrible timing.
So anyways, we should name this drink after.
So Anyway, Scott has gotten out all the essentials to surviving a hurricane. So basically, we're having a hurricane party right now. Scott's going to show us a drink. What are you going to show us, Scott?
I'm going to do a Blackbeard's Ghost.
Ooh.
So this is one that I have not made with these exact ingredients. And so I'm looking forward to actually trying it for the first time, along with the three of you. So we'll see what we think. This is a traditional cocktail. You can find it in Beach Bum Berry's book.
Nice.
The Tiki, what's it called? Tiki something remix.
Oh, I got it.
I have it on my Kindle. Yeah. So anyway, we're going to make that. So, let's see. First.
What's interesting, you had to make some more simple syrup, right?
No, this is lemon juice.
Oh.
So just some fresh squeezed lemon juice. I reuse these squeeze bottles. They're great for fruit juices because they squeeze nicely into a measured pour. So 1 ounce of lemon.
In the jigger?
In the jigger.
I never knew that was called a jigger. I just thought it was a measuring cup.
So 1 ounce of lemon juice. 1.5 ounces of orange juice.
The orange juice has been sitting in a cooler because there's no electricity in that.
Yep.
Refrigerator is not working right now.
But it is nice and cold.
Does it have to be Florida orange juice?
If you're in Florida.
Yes, and it has to be pulp free. Then we've got a very special ingredient. This is called falernum syrup. This is BG Reynolds. This is one of the better ones, probably one of the best ones you can buy, but it is very expensive and it's very hard to find. You can get it on Amazon, but you will pay a premium for it. And you may be able to find it at your local...
What is it called?
Total Wine. It's called
Falernum.
Falernum.
It's a syrup?
It is not... Yeah. Oh, I forgot I hadn't opened it yet. I literally just got this. Falernum syrup, it is used in a lot of tiki cocktails. It's an essential. All right, so we have 1 ounce of this. It's essentially a spiced sugar syrup or simple syrup, but it's got a bunch of spices in it. You've got 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. If you make tiki drinks, you have to have this ingredient. So if you don't, you're doing something wrong.
Say it again, it's what?
Angostura bitters.
Yep.
And then we've got a 1/2 ounce of Demerara rum. This is El Dorado 5-year. It's a good, relatively inexpensive Demerara rum. You have to use a specific Demerara rum if a recipe calls for it, because nothing else will taste the same. 1/2 ounce of that. Then we've got a 1/2 ounce of apricot brandy. There's a bunch of different ones of these, including Bowls makes one that you can find. And then we have 1.5 ounces of a light Virgin Islands rum. This is actually a blended rum, Plantation 3-star, but it's very good. It's not super cheap, but
That's Plantation?
What do you mean by Plantation 3-star?
That's a very high-end rum.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
That's Plantation.
it is Plantation 3-star.
Like,
I've got
those people that were collectors of rum. Some of the ones that they recommended were the Plantation rums.
They're very good. I've got their 5-star up here too, which is more expensive.
So is that higher than like a Pusser's rum kind of thing, even?
It's not higher in alcohol.
No, but
Like higher quality.
price.
Oh yes, well this is yes.
Yeah.
I think this one is about comparable. This
So
will run
find
you
rich friends who will give you expensive rum versus Bacardi.
absolutely. One thing to note is do not use a velvet falernum if a recipe calls for falernum, because they are different.
What's a velvet?
Velvet falernum is has a very light flavor. It looks like this is one of the prime ones, the John Taylor. It is similar, but it's not syrupy. This actually has alcohol content in it. It's 11%. This is a rum base, but it doesn't really have any alcohol in it. It's less than 2%. So
Interesting.
and that's going to have way more spice flavor, and it's going to give you what you need for a drink like this.
What drinks commonly have falernum in it? Because I feel like I see that in a lot of tiki books.
Oh, that's a good question. There are.
Like Zombie, I think.
Has falernum?
Zombie does, yes. Depends which one you're making. The original one does not. That
Yeah, I
has
think
Dawn's mix. Which,
Dawn's.
that's cinnamon. That's basically cinnamon sugar syrup.
Yeah.
And grapefruit juice mixed together. Don loved to mix cinnamon sugar syrup and grapefruit juice in a bunch of his stuff that he made.
How thirsty are you right now, Jim?
I'm ready just to,
It's like, can we shake this
All right.
thing already? We want to get this thing shaking.
shake, stir, and drink.
Okay. So
that
we are
everything?
ready. Now I
wait.
need to get some ice.
All right.
It's in a blue cooler.
I'll get the ice.
Show that
A
cooler.
blue cooler.
There's so many coolers
This
over
is
here.
officially Tiki licensed cooler by Scott.
This one's dedicated to ice. Now we don't have crushed ice.
Why
Sadly.
would you dedicate a cooler to ice?
We could beat this with a mallet, but I'm not going to for the sake of time, and so Jim doesn't kill me.
Typically, it'd be crushed ice.
Typically, it would be crushed ice.
I'm not a big. Maybe we can debate that some other time. I'm not a big.
Do you know why they use crushed ice?
Why?
Or why they blend it? Because it waters it down more, and tiki drinks are usually pretty potent, and you need that water to balance it out.
Okay, that makes sense.
It would just be way too sparse and all that if you didn't have the ice.
No, I like the ice. I didn't know the difference. Why do they smash it and pound it rather than just use the block ice?
I'm just going to shake it a little longer because it's not crushed.
That's fine. All right, and remind us what it is we are drinking.
This is a Blackbeard's Ghost.
Blackbeard's Ghost.
Sorry, I know I'm in the way of the camera. We'll get a nice little
Got a
straw
bamboo
here.
straw. Is that real bamboo?
This is a paper straw.
Okay.
Save the turtles.
Delicious.
All right,
There you go.
Try
Jimmy.
it.
Bamboo's Ghost. Let's taste it.
All right.
No, it's a black.
What did I say?
Bamboo Ghost.
I'm drunk before I even drink. What can I say? Dang, that was worth the wait. That was amazing. All right. By the way, we're going to let Scott make us some drinks, and then in just a second, and the second part of this video, we're going to show you the cool bar that he has put together. You built it yourself, right?
I did.
We're going to show it you in just a second. There's not a lot of lights out there because hurricane. But anyways, thank you guys for joining us so far in our special hurricane edition of the Tiki Freaks. All right.
Hey Tiki Freaks, how you doing? This is Zombie Jake. Got my buddy Jeff here.
Swizzle Swingle. How's it going?
We are at Trader Scott's Home Tiki Bar. The electricity is finally back, so we're gonna enjoy some nice drinks out here on this beautiful evening.
Yeah.
Scott, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good, man. So what are we having tonight? Look at the menu we got up here.
We're gonna do Tiki Thai Swizzle and Tiki Swizzle.
All right, sounds good. So these are your own creations?
These are my own creations.
Oh, super top secret. You can't.
Super top.
All right. We won't give anything away. All right, we're watching the magic happen right now.
By the way, this is a completely handmade bar. Like,
Yes.
all of this is handmade. It is by Scott himself.
When did you make this? Like, was this pretty recent?
About a year ago.
About a year ago? Nice.
Fantastic.
I
Did you-
had the idea right before COVID and then got furloughed, so money was tight, so it took a while to build, but
Yeah.
Can we know the ingredients you're putting in this one? Or is it a secret?
By the way, this is
Secret recipe.
This is Cheeseman in Paradise behind the camera. So you'll
And here we have
have
special cameo.
holding down the fort.
the original Tiki, the original Tiki Freak.
I'm kind of pretty. I really want to know about the bar though. Pull back a little. Let's see this bar.
Oh, look at that.
So Scott, how long did it take you to?
Custom made sign. Custom made sign.
No, it's not a custom made sign.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yes, it is. I forgot.
Jeff Benito
Customized.
It's customized for Scott? Because it
Customized.
was only available. You said Scott for 1 day.
for 1 week. He
One
was
week.
selling it. Yes.
So
Super cool.
So it's a cool bar. It's a wooden surfboard top that's got you shellacked it, put it together,
Bamboo.
and then he built all the bamboo stuff. Pull back just a little bit. Let's see this.
Very nice.
I love it. He's got all the colors. And then a bunch of drunks at the bar.
So I know you can't tell us the secret ingredients, but what kind of a drink is this? Like, is it a rum cocktail?
Yeah.
What kind of a thing is it?
It is a rum cocktail.
This is the
But it's a
swizzle.
this is the Tiki Thai Swizzle. It's not really any fruit juice, so it's kind of like I would say inspired by Don Beachcomber. Did a lot of stuff with like grapefruit juice was like one of his only juices that he used in his drinks. So a lot of spice, a lot of kick to it. It's strong but well balanced and got influence from a Mai Tai as well as a 151 Swizzle and a little bit of a fog cutter. So anybody who knows a little bit about that might be able to glean some ingredients out of that.
Sounds good to us.
Tastes good to us. Let's let the man go to work.
Wait, by the way, Jake, what are you doing down here? Wait, come here.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
No, well, Jake is you're with the Tiki Freaks, but you're from Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah, here with your wife and your beautiful daughter.
Yeah.
Down here for a wedding.
We're here for a wedding and also just a mini vacation, going to Disney World, doing all the fun stuff, and then.
Where are you staying tonight?
Well, we'll see how many drinks I have tonight, and then. No, I'm just kidding.
Sleeping right behind the bar. These are actually bunk beds behind here.
No, it's cool.
Oh, that's that. No, you're thinking of the Polynesian. Yeah.
Polynesian.
That's tomorrow night.
Oh,
That's the night before the wedding, so because we have to get up super early the next morning and go, so it's going to be an early morning. That's why it worked out. Where I'm like, I'm going to just stay with you in the hotel so we can just get up, get the tuxes on, head out.
So Scott's just grabbing some ice for us real quick. I just think this is kind of cool that we were able to pull, like, our Tiki Freaks team. We're from all across the country. Scott's here in Florida. Here,
The hurricane came through earlier and
The
knocked
hur-
out his power.
Hurricane Nicole was here earlier. This is the continuation of our special hurricane episode of the Tiki Freaks podcast, and it knocked out all the power earlier. So Scott is no longer having to do all the camping gear. It was funny. We ordered a Domino's pizza, and Domino's shows up, and it's like
As soon as they show up, the power
all the power comes on. It was a Domino's miracle. And
I
then,
gotta say, Domino's Pizza, I actually had it pretty recently, besides tonight, about the last week or so, and I do think they have gotten better.
Their crust game's definitely gone up. They do the buttery garlic
They
kind of
were
crust.
kinda-
Now the
yeah.
final secret
but,
ingredient.
ice.
Bum,
Crushed
bum,
ice.
bum.
There we go.
oh, that's right. He was telling me about the crushed ice earlier. But you were at Trader Sam's yesterday. Not Trader Sam's. It was the Grog
Yeah, Trader Sam's at the Polynesian.
Polynesian. But it's what's it called here?
Is it Grog Grog?
Grog Grog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the first time we were inside the bar since 2019, because we've been back since COVID twice, and both times it was closed.
Yeah.
So it was so awesome to finally be back inside and really experience it the way you're meant to see it, you know, like all the awesome decoration and
And
everything.
you got a cool tiki mug today,
yeah,
right?
I got the new zombie mug.
Oh, they have another, because they've had a few different takes. So, like, what have the earlier takes been like?
Yeah, sorry. gonna do a phone
to phone. Just show
here.
the.
And the drink is ready.
Wait.
There we go. So that's the zombie mug we got
From Trader
Trader Sam's Grog Grotto. The Polynesian. Okay, this is it.
Let's taste it.
Here we go. We got the Tiki Thai Swizzle.
All right, this is a live tasting.
Cheers.
Let us know
Cheers
your
to
thoughts.
all the freaks out there.
All right. It's a big sip.
Oh yeah, very good.
What does it make you think of? Like, what kind of a flavor? What would you compare this to?
You know, it's called the Tiki Thai, so I'm assuming it's similar. It's in some way related to Mai Tai. It's got a little bit of that. It's its own thing for sure. It's not like you don't taste it and you're instantly like, oh, that's what it is. So you're getting some other different flavors and stuff, but very good, very refreshing, very strong.
Yeah.
So thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Because you described it as a Mai Tai with more spice, correct? Something kind of like that?
I'm gonna give it away.
Was it
Yeah.
that one? Or?
It's got more than that. That's different, but yes.
Eventually, he will give it away
It's a special mix.
Yes.
for $10.99.
It's a
We
combination.
get 10,000 subscribers.
It's a combination of a few different things.
All right, now I'm gonna
Well,
step
are you
out,
ready to make another drink?
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna step out for let him make this.
All right, let's get another.
Wow,
Show what he's
magical.
making. Show what he's making. Oh, you
So
got
we
it.
are
what's
going
next?
to the Tibby Swizzy
By the way, this
by Trader Scott.
artwork.
What do you think? Oh, are you still rolling?
Yeah. No,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
really good. Yeah,
Good.
very, very good.
Oh,
I love it.
wait. Who is it?
Cheeseman in Paradise right here, coming live from the Tiki Freaks. TikiFreaks.com, baby! Worldwide, baby!
From our East Coast Tiki Bar, Trader Scott's Tropical Outpost. All right, here we go. So Scott is now doing
It's an exclusive bar.
the Tibby Swizzy.
Invite only.
Does this make you meow after you have it?
It will make you meow.
It'll make you
It might
purr.
make you purr.
Will I grow fur? Will I grow extra hair on my arms? So out of these drinks, so we did the Blackbeard's Ghost earlier, we did the Tiki Thai Swizzle, and then this is the Tibby Swizzy. Which is the strongest drink in the group, would you say?
They're all pretty equally balanced. So they have different. So this one has 151 in it, but it's got less. So it all equals out.
Maybe it needs a little more. I'm just kidding.
I could do that if you'd like.
Extra floater.
Swingo, you want some
Let's
151
go
there?
turn this in Vegas. He wants a shot of 151.
This is a red lobster.
That'll wake you right up, Jim.
Yes.
That'll make you a true Swizzle swing. You have a shot of 151.
I'll definitely do something.
So Scott, if it is, would you describe this drink more on the sweet side, the sour side, the tart? What?
It's definitely more tart.
Spirit forward. But is
Tart.
it spirit forward, or would you say it's more?
He just said tart.
I think it's tart.
More
It's more
tart
tart
than-
forward. Yeah. That one's maybe a little bit more spirit forward, but I think they're both pretty well balanced.
Yeah.
That's got a lot of spices in it, and this is more. It's just more tart, really. Is what it comes down to.
The thing is
How long has this bar been set like this?
functional.
How long has this been a functional bar?
About a year.
I want to take one more good look at this bar. Look at the group.
Look at this thing.
So you waited till we left last time.
beautiful.
Because I think you showed us the pieces of
I had
it. So
started it, yes.
You're starting it kind of in the building process.
Yes.
Here we are. Very sturdy. And the good thing I like about this bar is it's nice and wide, and there's some big shelving in the back where you can literally line up enough for like 2 or 3 cocktails, and you can easily grab stuff. Stuff doesn't feel crowded. It's easy, and it's lit, so you can see the drinks you're getting.
Do you want to see behind the bar?
You can if you want.
Real quick.
You just want to know the secret balances. Of
No, wait, just want to see.
behind here.
Oh, this is cool. Like the way he's got the bar put together.
And most of the juices are, well, some of them are fresh squeezed.
Yes.
And like you said, he
Oh,
uses
and-
some of the.
and he makes his
well,
own-
you can take the simple syrup bottles and reuse them as.
Yeah, makes his own
juice
simple
bottles.
syrup. Yeah.
There's no reason to buy simple syrup, people. Don't pay $4 for simple syrup.
Okay.
It costs 50 cents to make it, and it takes.
Do I need to go find my cup?
Yes.
We're almost.
Wait,
I
we're
got a
almost.
question. I got
We
a
just
question.
need to
Okay. I know we've never really discussed this. What's everybody's go-to tiki drink if you're going to go to a tiki bar? What's the first thing you'll order?
That's a
each
good
time you
question.
go?
Zombie every time.
Exactly.
I usually go for standard pina colada or painkiller, depending. Yeah.
It just usually depends for me. Usually it's a zombie or Mai Tai. Sometimes a lot of bars will do their own version of a Mai Tai, but zombie's usually, most of the time, pretty standard. But if you go to you went to a Don the Beachcomber thing back a while ago, they'll, do some customization to it, like add bitters or some other kind of things. So, but it's pretty safe to always kind of do the Mai Tai. And I feel like the Mai Tai is really what, bars will kind of judge the level of the quality of drinks at a tiki place is based on the Mai Tai, and people kind of go from there. But zombie is definitely the one if you just really wanted to kickstart the day and you're just like, let's have some fun. Let's scope out this place, see the place. And overall, I just say with the decor too, you can do so much with just simple lighting. We are kind of lighting a little more than this is used to, but doing a lot of lighting, a lot of kind of the tiki, the wood, using the use of blues and other things. It really creates, you don't have to buy too much to create a good kind of start to a tiki bar. But the beautiful thing about a tiki bar is you're always adding to it. There's always little things tiki is one of the only things out there that you can be. Clutter makes it feel like more of the tiki vibe. If you do it in kind of an organized fashion, it always kind of.
And he's explained to us how he's putting up a thatched roof up at the top up here.
Oh yeah, it's a work in progress.
It's a work in
progress. The hurricane didn't take away things yet, but
Yeah.
he will keep these things safe if there was a hurricane coming in.
And what adds to the ambience really is this fantastic pool.
Check out this pool.
With the fountain next to it.
So beautiful, beautiful. Let's come back to the bar.
Beautiful location. There we go. We got the cup.
Try for the second time of the night the Tibby Swizzle. This isn't my choice.
Tibby Swizzle.
Both ending with Y.
Should we tell who Tibby is?
We should.
Go ahead.
You did see Tibby earlier, actually.
Yes.
Scott's cat.
Yep, that's Scott's cat.
And attack Jeff. Do you still have the remnants of the?
Not really. There's a little. It looks like a freckle, probably.
The thing about Tibby.
Okay, here we go.
Tibby comes on sweet, but then has quite the bite. So this is to Tibby. Tibby Swizzy.
Hey guys, we're gonna kind of wrap up here because this has been a lot of fun. Scott, thank you so much for kind of sharing a view of your.
Hold on. We gotta ask Scott. He's inside.
Scott.
What's your go-to tiki drink if you ever went to a tiki bar? What's the first thing you're always gonna order?
Either a jet pilot or a zombie.
Jet pilot. I forgot about that. Yeah.
I say zombie as
Yeah.
well.
What about you? Didn't get yours. Zombie. Luke, you said.
I said Mai Tai or zombie, depending on kind of the feeling. But again, I think a lot of places base the tiki drink level based on the standard of the Mai Tai. If the Mai Tai is good, then they kind of go from
Mai
there.
Tai.
Yeah.
You got to get the standards
I love the
down.
Mai Tai, but you can get it anywhere. If you can find a place that makes a true Don's zombie, you gotta order it. Because most of them are not going to be the traditional one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
They're gonna have fruit juice and a bunch of other stuff.
It was Don's where the zombie was invented? Mm-hmm. Okay. Because a lot of times, you don't realize, but the tiki stuff, even though based on Hawaii, came from American culture, kind of creating their own stylish kind of caricature of tiki. But then Hawaii got real into tiki after that because they wanted to follow up.
It's more. Well, no, tiki here is definitely exactly what you said. It's from Hollywood Boulevard, inspired by Hawaii, and a lot of the soldiers after World War II came back and they just loved what they saw. They wanted to bring it home. And anyways, guys, this has been a lot of fun. The night is getting late. We got a lot of drinks left to go, and we don't want to get so sloppy here on the podcast. So anyways, all right.
Keep safe.
All right, everybody, say your names one more time.
Zombie Jake.
All right.
Follow the Tiki Freaks.
Cheeseman in Paradise. Enjoying my
Trader Scott.
Swizzle Swingle.
And I am Rum Bum Jimmy, if you can see me.
You look like Rum Bum.
All right, right. All right, follow us on the Tiki Freaks. Woohoo!